We all hate small talks, especially when we're invited to events and gatherings and want to open a conversation with someone we just met for the first time. But how about if I tell you that you can handle awkward conversations and small talks like a professional communicator without doing the talking? Hi, I'm Coach Lucy, and I'm here to help you master the art of public speaking. So if you're ready to improve in your public speaking and communication skills, make sure to subscribe for high value content every week. Most of us hate small talks, and we find it a little bit challenging to handle awkward conversations. And we try as much as we can not to have these small talks, especially after work meetings or gatherings or events we've never attended before. However, we cannot deny that most of the time opportunities come to us when we start these small talks or when we handle awkward conversations, because CEOs and leaders, they look closely to these kind of people who are professional in handling small talks. But I totally understand if you don't like to be in that situation and you want to handle awkward conversations. I'm here to save you because I'm going to show you how you can be a professional communicator without actually doing so much talking. Number one, ask the right questions. The best communicators and the most successful CEOs, they don't talk a lot. They know what kind of questions they need to ask. So here's what I recommend. Ask an open-ended question that starts with how or what. Choose a question of your choice, of course, based on the situation. When you ask an open-ended question that starts with how or what, you are giving the chance for the other person to have an open discussion, to share their personal opinion, experience, or a story. And here where it shows that, that person is interested to know more about me simply because you ask a question that starts with how or what. The biggest mistake is to ask a closed-ended question. The difference is a closed-ended questions, it means you're expecting the other person to answer a yes or a no. An open-ended question, it will give the other person an opportunity to talk freely, specifically with a subject that matters to them the most. So make sure to ask an open-ended questions that start with how or what, and make your question smart. Number two, focus on active listening. Here's the trick. When you ask this open-ended question, you need to combine it with that one powerful skill, active listening. There's a difference between hearing the person and listening to the person. And how are you supposed to show that you're listening to the person? You simply nod 3 times. This is the psychology behind your body language. When you're nodding 3 times, it shows that you're interested, you're listening, you're captivated with what this person is saying. You want to know more. So when you ask this open-ended question and you activate it with active listening, it shows that you are a professional communicator, and let them do the talking. Number three, observe the energy to stay or leave. So now you ask the open-ended question, you activate this one skill, active listening. Now it's time for you to decide whether you want to stay or not. Observe the energy. Here where come the power of body language. You need to observe their body language, their eye contact. Are they interacting? Are you having this chemistry through your body language and through the conversation? Even if you're not doing most of the talking, you can feel the energy and the vibe through the body language. So observe each other's body language. And if you find yourself you fit in, it's not wrong if you feel you don't fit in the conversation, because not everybody find this perfect chemistry when you're having this small talk or opening a conversation with someone you just met for the first time. So observe the energy, observe their body language, their face expression, their eye contact, your body language and their body language, and then decide if you will stay or leave. Which leads me to number four, leave with confidence. If you find yourself you don't fit in with this vibe, not because you're an outsider, but simply because you believe you want more value in this conversation, or simply because you don't find yourself you are the perfect match for this group or for that person, leave with confidence. Never end your conversation by cutting the conversation in the middle and turn your back and leave. Make sure you have a good posture, your shoulders are straight, share eye contact, and shake hands firmly. And simply end your conversation with, "It was a pleasure to meet you. I hope you will have a wonderful evening. I will see you in a bit." Or if you don't want to give that impression that you would like to meet that person again, you can simply say, I have a wonderful time with you. I better get going. I hope you enjoy your night. Choose any phrase that suits your personality and your character the most and address it to that person with positive attitude. Number 5, keep a smile on your face. As simple as it sounds, this shows your character. This shows how professional you are. Now, I'm not saying that you need to laugh or you need to have this very bright smile, or although it's not wrong, but sometimes you need to study the environment, study the room. Is it suitable to have this very wide smile or a very subtle smile? It was so nice to meet you. I hope you have a wonderful evening. I get to go now. Or you simply have a facial expression smile without showing your teeth, with a small nod. The most important thing, share eye contact when you're leaving. These are the 5 essential steps that you need to follow in order to handle a small talk or an awkward situation. And I'm talking from a personal experience. Before, I used to find myself like, why would I make the effort to open a conversation with someone I just met, and I know that we're not gonna end up being friends, or we're not gonna meet again. But later on, I've learned, when I've applied this checklist, every single time I open a conversation with someone I just met, or I handle an awkward conversation, I learn something new, or I get a new opportunity. Implement these skills, and I guarantee you, having small talks will be your go-to strategy to open opportunities for you. And remember, don't wait for the opportunity to communicate. Start communicating to build the opportunity you deserve. And I highly recommend to check the next episode to improve your public speaking skills. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.